If ever there is a film that tries just a little bit too hard, wants to be a little bit smarter than what it actually is, then it could possibly be this film here. No One Will Save You. But who's going to save this film from itself? Let's find out. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my review of the Peacock streaming service movie No One Will Save You. This 2023 home invasion alien movie, directed and written by Brian Duffield. This film has a PG-13 rating and runs for 93 minutes. Now, Brian Duffield has worked and made several films and written several films that have been pretty good. Among them, the Babysitter movies, the Netflix films they were, Love and Monsters, a good science fiction movie. He's worked on Skull Island, the TV series, the animated TV series from Netflix, not long ago, and on the 22nd of September we got this film given to us. I've only just sat down and watched it now. The film stars Kaitlyn Dever as Bryn. Now I know her, she was in Ticket to Paradise with George Clooney and Julia Roberts. That's what I know her from primarily, nothing else. So I went into this film. Obviously the poster tells you it's an alien invasion type of a movie. The film is set up around this character Bryn, who has a sort of traumatic past that we get to learn about as the movie progresses. But she's kind of like someone who lives away from the town. All the town is shunning her for certain reasons that become apparent as the film story progresses. I won't go into those reasons in case you want to go and see this film. I don't want to spoil it for you. But what happens is there's these little crop circles that are appearing, and then one evening, lo and behold, an alien comes into her house. An alien invades her house, and you get it creeping around, all this sort of a thing, and her fighting for survival. And it's an alien that looks much akin to a grey alien, sort of 1950s Roswell style looking alien, which in itself is okay. And as the film progresses, we have this cat and mouse, catch and release kind of scenario that keeps playing out. But this film, when I say this film is trying to be too clever and trying to do too much with it, the whole film is essentially a silent movie in that there is no speaking. It's all done around sound design and acting without the need for vocalization. This character of Bryn, where the town has rejected her because of some stuff that's happened in her past, she feels guilty about it. She has to go on this journey of rediscovery and basically a forgiveness, of forgiving herself. And this is all played out against the backdrop of this purported alien invasion story. Which is fine in itself, that you've got a character that doesn't vocalise, that doesn't speak. But no one in the movie speaks. So much so, actually, only 8 words are uttered in this whole movie. 5 words by herself, and 3 of them, or 2 of them, are actually doubled up as it is. So not many words at all. The problem comes when you've got other stuff going on, and you've got other people in scenarios where you would have talking and there is none. And that's where it becomes very noticeable that this is very forced and trying to be too clever for its own good. The aliens look okay. In some shots they look good, in others they don't. They look jarringly bad. And it's great to see the sort of standard slimline grey alien, the big head, the big eyes. But what this film then wants to do is throw too many alien tropes, alien invasion, alien abduction tropes at you. So not only do you have the standard grey aliens, you have other forms of them as well that start getting more ludicrous as they keep popping up. You have them having the ability of telekinesis, which again in itself is an overused trope. You have the let's take over human bodies, alien of the invasion of the alien of the body snatchers kind of a scenario. You've got that again. You've got alien spacecraft that are disc in shape. You have that. You have the beams taking people up. There's so many tropes that are done that are played out that it just becomes very overwhelming. It's kind of like, just take one or two and play with that. Make it a little bit more simpler than what you've actually given us. So the story kind of contradicts itself in a sense, in that you get this kind of alien invasion overtaking Earth kind of a thing. Then you get stuff with the aliens attempting to hurt the girl, but at the end you're questioning whether, you know, that is their reason for being there, this sort of a thing. I don't want to say too much without spoiling it, but you start questioning what happens at the end. It's very sort of nonsensical, and like I said, in a sense trying to be way smarter than what the film actually is. There is a good film in here somewhere, hidden in amongst a lot of just overused tropes that are piled upon one another. In that sense, the film should have stripped them back and just focused on one or two. Even the way the ending goes, it's a bit sort of like there's something better there that you could have done with this ending, and in my mind I know exactly what I would have done to make the film conclude somewhat better than what it did. Yeah, it's unfortunate because there's some good stuff thrown throughout the movie. There's some elements that I did like. The vocalization of the aliens is very good. You have this fantastic ripple effect in their necks when they're kind of speaking to one another. So the noises that they make, it all comes up from here and they're rippling. And it comes out. That was very good. I liked the look of that. That kind of felt a bit fresh. You know, and the sound design, the musical score for the film, it has to rely on this considerable amount of time because you've got no vocalization from the characters. So to emote, you have to do it all via the use of sound design, score, and also the actress herself, Kaitlyn Dever. She gives a pretty good performance because she can't use her voice, so it's all done in her facial expressions, in her eyes. So the acting has to come out of her physically, more so. You know, and she does a good job with what she's given to do. It just makes no sense that there is no speaking. She has the ability to speak, she just doesn't speak. It's not like she's mute or anything like this. So even when she's alone, you know, and you're fighting these aliens, I'm sure you'd be saying stuff. You really would. And this is where it tries to be a little bit more smarter than what it actually is. But, you know, I think this is a film where some people won't like it and some people will. I think it'll be very much a Marmite film. It either works for you or it doesn't. For me, like I said, there's an interesting concept. There's a film in there that is good, buried underneath a lot of this other unnecessary weight. There we go. So, have you seen this film? No One Will Save You. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on the movie itself, whether you liked it, whether you didn't like it, or if it's something you've got on your radar to watch. Either way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Why not? And I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.